One of the amazing features of Laravel is the PHP Artisan one. PHP Artisan allows us to execute several commands that are going to provide us different facilities in our project, from the creation of structures like models, migrations, controllers, to the usage of the created migrations to insert that structure inside the database or insert data inside the tables of the database, all of that directly from our command prompt. So to see what is PHP Artisan, we need to use our command prompt directly in the root folder of our project. Let's go to the folder of our RESTful API project. And if we issue PHP Artisan and press enter, we can see the full list of commands that we can use. You have commands to clear the cache, to clear the config, to insert data in the database, to generate the key of your application, to create a controller structure, to create a listener, to create a mail, middlewares, migrations, models, etc. It is very useful to avoid the boilerplate code, and in this way we are going to keep up to date with the original structures for models, controller, or whatever that we are creating, and we just need to modify that structure or implement the contents of that structure accordingly with our requirements. Of course, we can migrate our database, reset the database, rollback, etc. So, if you want to obtain specific details about a specific command, you can use, as you can see in the top, the help option. So, for example, let's imagine that we want to know the details about how to use the migrate command. So we just need to issue PHP Artisan migrate, that is the name of the command, and --help in order to obtain the details about that. So we have that we need to specify use the migrate command and the options that can be, for example, the name of the connection of the database to use, if we want to force the operation, even if we are in a production environment, and similar stuff. One thing to be sure is that, for example, to execute the migrations, Laravel needs to connect to the database. So the problem here is that the database is available inside the virtual machine and not in our system. So it means that that kind of command that in some way interacts with the database must be performed inside the virtual machine and not here. So for that, we just need to establish an SSH connection with our virtual machine. We just need to be sure that our virtual machine is running. And after that, we just need to SSH there. Once we are inside of our virtual machine, we need to go to the folder of the project. And there we can issue again PHP Artisan. So we have exactly the same commands, but this time we are going to be able to execute, for example, the migrations or whatever other command that in some way must obtain data directly from the database. It is very important to do that. In fact, I would recommend you to execute the PHP Artisan commands every time directly inside of the virtual machine and not outside. Maybe in the future, with experience, you are going to be able when to use one inside or outside for facility for you. But for now, you can try to execute every possible command of PHP Artisan inside of the virtual machine. So we know now how to obtain some specific help and details about how to use PHP commands, and we can continue in the next class with other details about PHP and Laravel projects.